Hello, first graders. In math today, we are going to be measuring some more objects. Today, we're going to work specifically on some problem-solving skills. We're going to do some word problems, some estimating, and some measuring. We've talked about the word estimate a long time ago. Wonder if you remember what it means. To estimate is to take a really good guess. So if I'm going to look at, say, this marker, I could make an estimate for how long I think it is. I would estimate that this marker would be 5 paper clips long. That's a pretty good guess, right? Like I wouldn't guess 1 paper clip. That would not be a very good estimate. And I wouldn't guess 100 paper clips. That would not be a very good estimate either. An estimate is a very best guess, and you're trying to get as close as possible to the right answer. So we're going to do some estimating today as well. So today you're going to need your math book and a pencil for sure, but you're also going to need something to measure with. So maybe you've been using paper clips or blocks, Legos, whatever it is that you've been using this week. If that's been working for you, terrific. You can go grab that. If it hasn't been working for you, you can try to switch and find something else. Remember, it can work even if you have only one unit, only one of something, you can still measure. So go get whatever it is you're going to measure with as well, your math book and a pencil, and I'll see you in a second. Today we're going to be on page 581 in your math book. It has a problem-solving thing at the top. So find page 581. So on page 581 we have a story problem here that they are working on solving. It's about this carrot, which looks delicious. I love carrots. So remember, when we do story problems, there are some different steps. The first step is, of course, just to read it. Then we underline what we know, and we circle what it is we're trying to find out. So the story problem says, the carrot is less than 10 cubes long. It is more than 2 cubes long. About how many cubes long is the carrot? Gives us some nice hints here. So they've already underlined for us. We know that the carrot's less than 10. I think we could tell that. We know that it's more than 2. I think we could tell that as well. How many cubes long is the carrot? So first, let's take a guess. We're taking that estimate. We know it's between 2 and 10 cubes long. So our guess has to be between 2 and 10, or it's not a reasonable estimate. How many cubes long do you think this carrot would be? They've already guessed 4, which I think is a good guess. I would guess that too. But it looks like when it was measured, it was 5 of these cubes long. The last step is an interesting one. It says, is my answer reasonable? Was the guess reasonable? For sure. 4 is very close to 5. That was a great estimate. We wouldn't guess 1. That would not be a reasonable estimate. And we wouldn't guess 30. That would not be a reasonable estimate, but 4 is. Let's try with our own units of measurement. And this problem on the back. It says that this container is less than 9 units long, and it is more than 1 unit long. About how long is the container? So first we're going to underline what we know. Take a minute to underline what you know about this container. We know that it's less than 9 units long. It says cubes. I'm going to say units because I don't have cubes. We also know that it's more than 1 unit long. Now we circle what it is we're trying to find out. Well, we're trying to find out about how long is this thing? About how long is the container? Now let's take a guess. You're going to guess not with cubes because you don't have those unless you do. But I'm going to guess with my paper clips. So I'm going to guess about how many paper clips long is this container. Now an estimate is without actually knowing the answer. So I'm not going to measure it yet. I'm just going to look at the paper clip and look at the container and make my best guess. My best guess is that it's going to be 3 units long, about 3 paper clips long. Now I'm actually going to measure. So let me get my paper clips. We always start at the edge. 1 paper clip, 2 paper clips. It's about 2.5 paper clips. So it actually measures about 2.5 paper clips. The last step, was my answer reasonable? For sure, I was only half a paper clip off. I think that's pretty close. I wonder what yours was. Now we're going to work on the next page in a minute, but we're going to do the reading portion first. So flip to 584. Number 4 says, the pea pod is more than 1 cube, but less than 4. About how many cubes is the pea pod? If it's more than 1, but less than 4, take your best guess. How many cubes do you think this pea pod would be? Number 5 says, a watermelon grows 1 cube longer each day. On Monday, it was 6 cubes. How many cubes will it be on Wednesday? So it grows 1 cube long every day. So if it's 6 cubes on Monday, write how many it would be on Tuesday, and write how many it would be on Wednesday. Number 6 says, Sergio picks a bean that is 5 cubes long. Perla picks a bean that is 2 cubes long. How much longer is the bean that Sergio picked? So you're going to need to find the difference between 5 and 2. Don't forget, for all these 3 problems, you should be underlining what you know and circling what it is you're trying to find out. Hit pause until you're done with that page. If you're back, you must be done with that page, so we're going to work now on page 583, the front of that. You're going to do some estimating and some measuring on this page. So before you measure with whatever unit you have, I would be using paper clips, take a guess. So this section says guess about blank. About how many units long do you think that corn is for whatever unit you have? And then measure and find out what it actually is. Estimate how long the broccoli is, and then measure it. Estimate how long the celery is, and then measure it. The final step with all of these 3 is to think, was my estimate reasonable? Were you close? Did you guess something silly like 100? Or did you guess something reasonable, something that was close to the answer? Again, I know it's tricky when we don't have the materials that we need, but you guys are doing a terrific job. Well done. We'll be back tomorrow with some more math. Bye.